Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. You're listening to Happyesque, and this is your friend Merna Wolf coming to you live from my cozy confines where we lock down and we open up and we lock down, and I've just given up, frankly, and I'm now looking at the calendar with a kind of blasé, who knows, who cares, plan for the future, 5-year plan. I'm off the hook. I'm off the hook, and so are you. So hooray, huzzah, and congratulations to us all. I wanted to do a list because I love lists. I love lists almost as much as I love thinking about all the great advice I've been given in my life. Not most of which I didn't take, thank God. But I've been thinking, I don't know if you share this with me. I have a really intensifying fear of having to go to the hospital for any reason during these strange days. And I was thinking about, not only am I walking more carefully around my bachelorette apartment and in the halls, which sometimes do have slippery, unidentified kind of liquids on the floors. I'm not sure why, but here at the Onomatopoeia Apartments, anything goes, right? And we're doing our best, like all of you are. But I was thinking, okay, so there's careful walking, there's, trying not to eat things that make you feel unwell or raise your cholesterol, whatever your issues are, choking hazards. You just got to be careful to eat slowly and mindfully at the best of times, but to avoid, hospitalization. There's a few extra things we can do, and I've come up with a list to get us through this, because we're in this together, as they keep saying. So one of the things you want to steer clear of, or the puns intended, is these new mobile electrolysis services that are kind of prowling around neighborhoods looking for those of us whose tweezing has been inefficient, or who just can't keep up. For some reason, we're still supposed to care about our facial hair patterns, and certainly those of us of a certain age are doing our level best. We're giving it the old college try, but these sort of mobile units, well, they're frankly creepy. They're panel vans, basically, with a lot of equipment inside, and that just makes me nervous on a good day. So watch out for those. They have cropped up in the last couple of weeks in my neighborhood, and I'm healthily suspicious of their services, even though they are incredibly cheap compared to having to go and sit in the torture chair several times a month at a salon or hair studio, or whatever they used to be called. So the other thing I was thinking, I noticed that I was reading a magazine, and 3D printed sex toys are actually a thing. Now, if that doesn't sound like a medical emergency in the making, I don't know what. So designing your own toys beyond the produce section is probably not the smartest move you can make during a pandemic, okay? And for those of you who also think a pandemic should last 3 to 4 days, but hats off, your optimism is touching, if not misguided. Another thing that has occurred to me watching certain friends and their culinary pursuits during the pandemic is the profusion of appliances and gadgets and gizmos that everyone's sort of naively bringing into their homes, all of which have an element of explosiveness, if you want to know the truth, a high potential for either a good burn or just a garden variety electrocution situation. So do think twice about these magic pots and fryers that supposedly work without oil, because not only are you going to be tempted to eat more French fries, which could also send you to the emergency ward. Let's face it, those of us who can put away a lot of frites, it's not a good situation. So watch out for the gadgets, because they do. Ice cream makers, all of it, they're wonderful, but they just encourage you to kind of live a gluttonous and potentially precarious lifestyle when your kitchen is so full of these things and plugs and cords. It just, my anxiety levels are going through the roof just thinking about it. The other thing that I really, really urge people to watch out for is this new proliferation of de-alcoholized liquors. So yeah, we've had the near beer, as friends of mine call it, and de-alcoholized wines, which can be very pleasant when you're trying to make a risotto and you don't want to have alcohol even in your cooking regimen. But de-alcoholized gin in particular was a terrifying concept to me, and I could only imagine that it's probably just a really glamorous hipster bottle with some pine sol in it. So do take care with your mocktailing. Your happy hours may not be so happy if you ingest one of these things. I mean, what exactly is de-alcoholized gin, and why would I take it inside me? Good questions. I'll leave you with this list of handy tips for avoiding the emergency ward during our very strange days. And until we meet again, remember one thing, and that's that I love you to bits. Talk soon.